welcome to Long Beach State Adapted PE. We've got an exciting day today. It is a pirate lesson. So we've got some fun activities planned. I want everybody to work hard, be good listeners. And we have our teachers, Giselle and Devin, who have put together a great lesson for you today. So let's begin.
Devin, you're on here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I will go ahead and start screen sharing.
Perfect. All right, mates. This is Devin and Giselle. We are here to have we're going to do a Caribbean themed lesson for you guys. Our lesson will be composed of 3 activities. The first activity will be a game of Captain Says. Our second activity will be a locomotive spatial themed treasure hunt. And our third activity will be a game of yoga. Before we begin, let's check in on how people are doing today. Put up 1 finger up if you're okay, 2 fingers up if you're excited and ready to go, 3 fingers up if you're like, or just here, because you don't want to get fined. I see 1. I see another 1. What else do I see? I see a 2. Okay, 2, very good. A couple another 2. All right, that's good. So before we begin, let's talk about our expectations. Today we are going to be a pirate, which means we're going to be passionate, we're going to be inspiring, we're going to be respectful, we're going to be adventurous, we're going to be timely, and most of all, we are going to enjoy our activity. Now let's meet Captain Jack Sparrow or his assistant, Miss Captain Giselle.
Thanks, Captain Devin. All right, so before we get on with our first activity, we have Captain Jack Sparrow today who will be leading us into our adventure for these next few minutes. So our first activity is called Captain Says. It is a version of Simon Says. However, what we will be doing today is we will be living the life of a pirate. And every time I yell, "Captain's coming," everyone's gonna freeze, stand or sit, and then salute, hold that for 5 seconds. And then once I figure out that he's not coming, then we could continue. All right. So let's do a practice round. Captain's coming. And then we are gonna hold that for 5 seconds.
Good job, Peter. I like the way you're saluting. Good job, Kiefer. I like the way you're saluting as well. Charlie, I salute you back. Daniel, good job with your salute.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we are about to start our first round. So we are going to be swimming. We could either be doing this standing and running around, or we could be doing arm circles forward. And we have a visual timer in our upper right-hand corner to help us keep track of our time. I like the way Erica is doing her arm circles. Oh, and we're going to our next exercise. So we are either running to our left, where we will be stepping out with our left foot first, or we could be sitting and doing side reaches. And then again, we have our timer in the top right to help us keep track.
I like the way you're reaching, Shanice.
All right, just a few more seconds on this before we move on. Oh, Captain's coming!
Good job, Brandon. I like the way you saluted quickly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think the ghost is clear. We can move on. Oh, okay. So we are going to be pirates. We could either stand and hold one eye closed and stand on one leg, or if we're sitting, we could just close one eye, and then we are going to be doing that for 20 seconds. And then if you want, of course, you could go ahead and switch sides. 10 more seconds of being our own pirates before we continue our adventure.
I like the way you're switching off, Brandon.
Oh, and then now we're going to be going to our right. So we could either run to our right side and touch the wall, or if we are sitting, we could twist and lean to our right. And then we have another visual timer in the top right for us to help keep track of time.
Good stretch, Peter.
I like the way Danny is reaching over. Just 5 more seconds on this one.
Good job, Elias.
Oh, now we are going to clean. So go ahead and take your imaginary scrub or broom, and we're going to scrub the deck for 20 seconds because we need to make sure our ship is nice and clean before we go on to our voyage. I like the way Dr. Bittner's mopping the floor nice and clean.
I like the way Morgan is mopping with his hands.
Oh, Captain's coming. Okay, so we're gonna hold it just a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think he's not coming. We're okay, guys. Okay, now we're gonna be jellyfish. That we can either travel in our space, just wiggling our arms, or we can even sit down and wiggle our arms. It's your choice. We are jellyfish now in the sea. I like how Quinn is roaming around her space.
Oh,
I like how Daddy's being his own jellyfish. Just a few more seconds on this one.
Good job, Victor. I like the way you're moving.
Okay, now we're gonna go forward. So we can either run forward and touch the wall in front of us, or if we're sitting, we could pump our arms forward. So we are gonna be doing that for another 20 seconds.
Good job, Victor. I like the way you're running. I like the way you're pumping those arms, Vera. Keep going.
Just a few more seconds on this one. Oh, now we're going to be crabs. So we can either be standing up, holding our crab claws out and going side to side in our space, or we can be sitting down and just using our crab hands and opening, closing them. So another 20 seconds of us being crabs.
I like the way you're utilizing your free space, Michaela. Good job with those hands, Morgan. I like the way you're grabbing everywhere.
Oh, now we're going to be sharks. Looks like we're going to be sharks today. So we can either make a fin with our 2 hands together on top of our head and we can run around in our ocean, or if we're sitting, we could also just put our hands on top of our head and just wiggle around. And now we're going to do that for another 20 seconds.
I like the way you're moving around, Victor.
I like how fast Quinn is being a really fast shark right now.
Oh yeah, Vera, I see a little one moving his arms like a shark. That's cool.
Oh, now we get to eat. So as pirates, we have to make sure we're always well fed. So we're gonna take 5 seconds to eat as fast as possible. We could be standing and just grabbing whatever's around us, or if we're sitting, we could just shovel all the food in our mouth like pirates. So just take 5 seconds and eat as much as possible.
Oh, good job, you guys.
1.
Jesus.
Okay. So I hope you're all full because, oh no, looks like the captain's coming. We'll hold that for 5 seconds to make sure he's actually not coming, but I'll keep on the lookout. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, looks like he is coming. So we gotta go back. So we're gonna either run back and touch the wall behind us, or if we're sitting, we could turn and touch the back of our chair. So we do that for 20 seconds.
Good reaching, Rachel. Jack, I like the way you're using your chair to turn back.
Oh, and then now we're gonna climb. We have to climb the mast so we could see everything around us. So we could be standing and reaching up with our knees high, or if we're sitting, we could just reach up above our head. So we'll do that for another 20 seconds.
Good job with the reaching, you guys. Get a little higher up the reach.
Let's see how high you guys can reach. I like how Charlie's reaching
Good job.
very high above his head. Just a few more seconds. Oh, now we're gonna hydrate. We're gonna hydrate to make sure we're set and ready to go on our adventure. So we're gonna take 5 seconds to drink as much water as we can. 4, 2, 1. Okay. So that wraps up our first activity. And for a little check for understanding, when we step out to our left side, which foot do we step out with? Our left foot or our right foot?
We side step to our left. Do we step with our left foot or our right foot? Shout it out. See if it's right.
Right.
Our left side, Quinn?
Right. Right.
When we step out to our left side?
I use my left.
Use your left foot. There we go. Okay, so we are going to move on to our next activity. Oh, little quick reminder. We could either be using a little pillow or a little chair to use as a little object for only one of our activities. So I'll give you some time to have that to your side. And then when the movement calls for that activity, I'll also give you a heads up. Also, a little reminder that our pirate today, a little indication of our left and right side. The left hand of our pirate will be the hook, and the right leg of our pirate will be their peg leg. So let's get started with our second activity. So welcome aboard. We're about to start our journey. So we are going to be stepping to our left. We're going to examine our our ship to make sure everything's in line and ready to go before we go off to our voyage. I also want to encourage you guys to see if we have everything in check. Do we have all the supplies ready? Do we have anything missing? Is anyone missing? So there's a few more seconds checking to our left side. You could also point and reach if you are sitting down. Oh, now we're going to check to the right side of our ship. So go ahead and check the right side of our ship. Or if you're sitting down, you could point to the right and reach over. Again, let's check if we have everything and everyone, that is. So just a few more seconds, checking the right side of our ship, making sure Mr. Jack Sparrow is pleased with everything that is going on. Going to encounter some rough waters later on. Oh, looks like we made it to land, but looks like a couple of sailors before us didn't make it to the treasure. Let's be the people who get that treasure, right? Okay. Oh, so if you have that object, a pillow or a chair, we're going to be going around the object because we're on an adventure and a lot of objects are in our way from getting the treasure and we want to get that treasure. So we can either just step around it, or if we're sitting down, we can put our hands together and just swerve around our object. So just a few more seconds of going around things. Oh, now we have to go through a cave. So we could either crouch down a little bit and then walk through, or if we're sitting, we could just pull ourselves through the cave. So these are really tight spaces, so we have to crouch down a little bit and then walk through our cave.
Everybody put yourself through, Jules. You too, Danny. Such force.
I like how Quinn is actually going through her chair. Oh, looks like we're going forwards now. So we could either be going forward heel to toe, or we could be pumping our arms to go forward. So it looks like I see an X on our screen. That's where our treasure is, guys. Looks like we're getting close. So we just keep going forward. Remember, if you are standing, you go heel to toe, or if you're sitting, you can pump your arms. Gotta get to that treasure.
That's why you're pumping your arms, Peter.
Oh no, it's Davy Jones, mother of pearl. Looks like he doesn't want us to get to the treasure. Can you tell him you're not afraid of him? Maybe stick your tongue and say, "I'm not afraid of you." No? Oh, looks like he's, ooh, okay. So it might be safe for us to go backwards now, because I'll tell you, the last time I encountered Davy Jones, I lost my hand. So we could go toe heel, or we could swim backwards with our thumb out and then our pinky goes in. So we should probably get away from Davy Jones, because we should keep our hand and our eye. Okay, I think we might be far enough from here. Okay, so now let's go check if we are close or far away from our treasure. So we can either lean back if we are standing, or if you're sitting, you could also just hold up your telescope and lean back. I feel like we're a little far from our treasure still. So we have to check how far we are, because we're almost there. Almost there to the treasure.
I like the way you're leaning back, Miles, side to side like that. That's great.
Okay, so we are going to be starting our journey again forwards. So now that we are far enough from Davy Jones, we could actually finally get our treasure. So we could go heel to toe, or if we're sitting, we could pump our arms.
Good job, Bear. I like the way you're pumping your arms when you're moving.
Getting closer, I can sense it. We're almost there. Okay, this might be our last check-in. So we're gonna lean in to check if we are now near our treasure. So if you're standing, you just hold up your telescope and lean in. And if we're sitting, we can also just hold up our telescope and lean in. So let's lean into our telescope to see if we're actually near our treasure. Okay, this is our final steps forward, which means we're probably near our treasure. So we're gonna go heel toe, or we could pump our arms. These are our last few steps to the treasure.
Good job, Victor. Keep going. You're almost there.
I like how Brandon's making his way to the treasure chest. Oh, guys, what is that? Looks like it's a treasure chest. So to make sure we have the big one or small one, we might have to check it out. Oh, looks like it's a small treasure chest, but do we want a small one? I don't know. So either we're standing and then we could curl into a ball, or if we're sitting, we could just hug ourselves because we need love too. So we're just checking if the treasure chest is a small one or a big one, but I'm pretty sure the big one is gonna make Captain Jack Sparrow very happy. Oh, this is our big treasure chest now. So we could either, if we're standing, we could jump out like a star, or if we're sitting, we could just throw our arms up for a big treasure chest. Why do we want a big treasure chest? Because there's probably a lot more gold in there, and then we'll be rich. Seems like we do have a big treasure chest. Oh, guys, look. Turns out it is a big treasure chest. So it is time to celebrate our newly found riches. So in this next minute, we could just dance and have a freestyle. If you're sitting, you could just move your upper body. If you're standing out in your chair, you could go ahead and do whatever dance moves you wish. Okay. Like how you guys are celebrating your newly found treasure. Okay, so I think we've celebrated enough. So a little check for understanding. For our big treasure chest we just found, when we found our big treasure chest, do we hold our arms out and legs out, or do we hug ourselves into a ball for our big treasure chest?
Arms out.
Arms out. Good job, Quinn. Okay, so that wraps up for me, and now I'll pass it on to Captain Devin.
All right, mates. After that long treasure hunt and everything, I'm pretty stressed and tensed out. I think we need some time to relax and cool down. I want to thank the Cosmic Kids and Kid Fit for help with these following gifts. Let's get it. So our first pose is going to be a pirate pose. With this pose, you're going to stand fully erect. You're going to lift one foot off the ground and try to hold it. If you need help, you can bounce your arms out. For a more challenge, you can put your hand into a hook, or you can do it with your eyes closed. If you can't find balance, you can keep both your feet down and just do it like that. Or you guys can do tree swings. So you sit it down, put your hands straight up in the air, and you will sway from side to side. You guys got that? Okay, we're gonna do 30 seconds, pick and go. There you go. Good job, Heather. I like the way you're doing your tall tree swings. Make sure you find your balance, Victor. I know it's hard. You know. Good job, Richard, going from side to side.
Like the way Brandon's swinging like a tree.
The next pose will be our rope pose. With this pose, you're going to try to wrap your arms completely across like you're grabbing onto a rope, and do the same thing with your legs to put the rope between you. If you guys can't, you guys feel free to balance on both your feet and just use your arms. You want to kind of be in a seated position. If you want to do more, you can kind of do like a pose up and down, like you're climbing up a rope. Or you can do a starfish. The starfish seated, you're just gonna shoot your arm strip, side to side up, like a 45-degree angle. Every time you breathe, you want to try to get more of a stretch in, and you're just gonna hold that for 30 seconds. You guys got it? Ready? There you go, Michaela. I like the way you're able to hold that pose. I know I can't. Good job, Heather. Good job, Riley. I like the way you're trying. Good hold, Morgan. Make sure you guys are breathing in and out, deep breaths, calming breaths. Our next pose is called walking the plank. What we're gonna do, we're gonna try to be as steady as possible, walking in a straight line, going heel to toe with your arms extended out to your sides. If you guys want more of a challenge, you're able to do more of a high knee when you step and try to put your foot right in front of your other foot. You got that? Or you have to do seated dips. You'll sit down, you will grab both your elbows, and you will midline kind of squat, bend over, try to hold your arms, make sure you're breathing in and out. Like, go ahead, go. You can hit it. There you guys go. Brenda, you can get down. If you can get down a little bit lower, that'll be probably a little bit more beneficial for you, Brenda. There you go. Good job, Morgan. I like the way you're being nice and low. Make sure you are breathing. Breathing in and out. Oh, dang, you're like you're on a boat out there, Daniel. Where are you? It's nice. Good job, Danny. Let those arms sway in front of you, though. A little bit more in front of you. Our next pose will be the chair. This pose, you'll put your feet together. You'll bend your knees like you're kind of sitting, shooting your arms in front of you as you sit down and try to hold that pose. If you can't, you can keep your feet, your arms down to your side for balance if you can't shoot them in front of you. Or you have to do side bends. You will sit seated, you'll squeeze one arm between your legs and you try to shoot your other arm high up in a 90-degree angle so both your arms will be straight, looking up to your other arm. You rotate arms also. Got it? Okay, ready, go. Good job, Brandon. I like how you're holding those hands in front of you. Joel's just like get one of those arms straight up when you're doing your sides. There you go, like that. Perfect. Perfect. There you go, Dane. Giovanni, I like the way you're moving. Getting those arms straight up. Try to get the other arm a little bit more down. You want to try to be like in a 90-degree angle, like pictured. There you go. Our next pose is the boat pose. In this pose, you'll be sitting down on your bottoms. What you do, you try to put your legs up, and then you put your arms up, so you only be resting on your bottom. If you can't do this, you can rest on your bottom and the back of your arms and try to keep your legs up. If you want more of a challenge, you can try to raise one of your arms up like you're raising the mast of a boat. Or you can do a seated cobra. You're just gonna sit down, put your chest up, put your chin up, and hold that stretch. Try to get a good stretch in your lower or mid back. Make sure you guys are breathing. There you guys go. If you're doing the seated cobra, make sure you tilt your neck back a little bit like Riley's doing. So you're doing a good job. Rita, you're doing a good job tilting your neck back as well in that seated cobra. Make sure you get some sort of relaxation in your back or more of a push in your back while you're doing that so you can kind of get the stretch in. Make sure you guys are breathing. All right, the next pose is a fish pose. You will stay seated on your bottoms. You will rest back on your forearms and you'll slowly push your chest up by your taking your breaths and try to hold it like that. Or you will do gold grabber. So seated, you're just gonna reach to one side of your ankles like you're grabbing for gold and then go to the other side. Try to keep your back straight as possible and try to work on bending your sides. All right. Make sure you guys are breathing while you're doing this. Try to go a little lower each time if you can, for your own benefits. When you're either doing the fist pose, make sure you are arching your back and pushing your chest out and leaning your chin out, kind of like we were doing in the seated cobra position. That's a really good stretch for your back, you guys. Oh, good job. Right the way you're fully trying to go to your side of your gold grabbers. Michaela, I like the way you're arching your back. Our next pose is a well pose. So you lay down on your back, you're gonna put your feet are flat in front of you, and you're gonna use your core to lift your buttocks off the ground with your hands flat on the ground to help support you. Or you'll do crab touches. Well, you will go from your left hand to try to grab your right ankle, right hand to try to grab your left ankle. Good job, Michaela, holding that well pose. Good job, Rachel, on alternating your ankles. Good job, Heather S. If you want more of a challenge, you can also do a pulsating with your well pose, going up and down, using your core to help your body. Good job, Chris, you're doing so well, I can't even see you. Hey. Oh, the next move is a plank. It's a high plank, so we're getting into a plank, like a standing push-up position, using only your hands and your toes to support you. Or we're gonna do seated shoulder taps, where you're just gonna have your arms fully extended out and alternate your right hand to your left shoulder while keeping your left hand out, then do your left hand to your right shoulder while keeping your right hand out. Ready? There you go. Make sure you're keeping your back straight. We're actually playing the role of the plank that we were walking on earlier. So make sure your back is straight so people can easily walk on you if needed. No, I would not suggest that though. Good job with your shoulder taps, Elias. I like the way you're alternating. You're doing a great job alternating too, Morgan. Very you as well. Again, I like the way you're holding that plank. Perfect position. Our last pose will be the hero pose. And this pose, you will sit up on your knees. What you do, you'll have your arms and your chin side up, where your palms are facing the ground, and you'll shoot those palms up to the sky and hold them up like that high. Or you'll do flutter waves, where you'll kick your arms in front of you, and you'll do them like you're trying to pedal water. Ready? Go. Good job, Michaela. You look like you just won the day. Good job, Hero and Victor. Yes, both look like superheroes to me. Chris, try to extend your arms out more while you're doing the flutter kicks. There you go, just like that. It's perfect. Vera, you're doing a great job of extending your arms. Now, check for understanding, you guys. Which cool down pose had you stand on one leg with your arms spread out? Was it walking the plank or was it the pirate pose?
Cool down pose, one leg with your arms spread out.
Any takers?
Pirate pose.
Very good. It was a pirate pose. So how are you guys feeling now? One, if you're still feeling okay. Two, if you're feeling grand, you've got your treasure, you've got to get a little workout in. Three, if you're like, that was cool, but I could use some more. I see a couple of threes. Oh, I see a couple of twos. Good job, Morgan, Chris. Michaela, good job. Thank you. Rachel. Oh, thank you, Miss Bittner. And yes, have a great day.
right. Thanks all for joining us on the pirate adventure. We will be back next week, Thursday at 3:45 for more online physical education. So thanks all for joining us today. Hope you work hard.